to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different than art, but it's still closely associated with my art. Recently, since I started making videos, I have been editing them in a somewhat complicated way, and that got old. I have been making videos for 2 or 3 months now, I think. Maybe more than that, but it only feels like about 3. And I previously have been editing my videos on my trusty iPad. Now, I love my iPad. It was a big girl purchase that I made several years ago, and this thing has not let me down. I do all of my digital art on it. I store a lot of videos and photos on it. I do editing on it. It's truly a workhorse, and I love it. However, I would say that it's probably not the best device to be editing long form content on. So I'm going to quickly take you through my old but also kind of current, because I haven't yet found what I'm going to replace this with. I have several softwares that I'm trying out, but I haven't settled on one yet. So I'm going to take you through my X process and I'll show you how I've been editing my videos. It's a great option, honestly, because it's free. The flow of it is a little less, I guess, streamlined, and it can at times be a little bit finicky. I once lost an entire video and had to start all over again for no particular reason other than the files just not wanting to open in the app. But yeah, so I'm gonna share all that with you, and then at the end, you're going to unbox my new computer with me, if you so choose. So purchasing this computer was a really big decision for me. From one of my previous ventures, I had saved up some money and I decided that it was time to make things a little bit easier on myself. And so I recently invested in an iMac and a new camera. I am currently recording this on my phone because the camera hasn't arrived yet, but I'm really excited about it. It is technically used, but it's new to me, and I think that it will make things a lot easier when it comes to recording videos, so I don't have to store them all on my phone and then airdrop every single one of them to my iPad in order to edit. So again, I'm hoping this combination of new technology will help streamline my process, because up until now, it's been a little bit of a chore. Not to say that it won't still be work, but I'm hoping that this maybe cuts down on a little bit of that work. And if you're wondering why I look like I'm bundled up to go skiing in the mountains, it's really cold in this room because the window is huge here, but also less related, I haven't washed my hair in 3 days, so that's the reason for the beanie. I guess let's get into it. So here is my trusty iPad Pro. This is the 12.9-inch 4th generation, and it's what I have been using to edit my videos. The app that I've been using is InShot, and as you can see here, it has a really decent number of features. You can add text, you can add stickers, captions, you can even add music from their own library, which is royalty-free. And they also have an astounding number of sound effects that I really like using. Occasionally there are some glitches with all of this stuff, but I really can't complain too much about the app. There are, of course, ads as well. As you can see, you can also change the speed of your video. There is splitting and trimming, and like in most software, you can do AI effects and also filters, and you can even fine-tune adjustments for like brightness and all of that. Keep in mind, this is not an ad. I just want to share the ability to use free software that is still good. You can also see here that you can change your resolution, your frames per second, and even the format of your video. And again, there's nothing wrong with this free option. I simply needed to streamline my process for long-form content, and airdropping the files one by one like you see here was becoming a very arduous process. Thus, the rearranging of my office began. Why, you ask? Because I was not about to put an expensive computer floating out in no man's land. I wanted that baby up against a wall. After immediately injuring myself moving the desk, I decided to slow things down a bit and think about what I was doing. After about an hour of rearranging, it was finally time. In other words, I pretty much gave up on the rearranging and just got the desk where it was supposed to be. By now you're probably wondering why I'm making such a big deal out of this, or why I'd bother recording myself unboxing something at all. After all, we live in a country full of consumerism, and it's not exactly novel for someone to be opening a newly purchased electronic on camera. What I will say is that I realize not everyone has the ability to do this, and I am very thankful for the fact that I am able to. This is actually the first desktop computer that I've ever owned, unless you count the one that my mom's boss gave us when I was like 10 years old. That thing was a dinosaur, and all it came with was an old word processor and solitaire. Not to mention no internet, because even if my parents weren't strongly against it, we probably couldn't have afforded it, and it probably wouldn't even have reached out in the boonies where I used to live. Holding this stuff in my hands was honestly like very, I don't know, humbling, I guess, because I never would have been able to afford something like this several years ago. And I'm just really grateful that even though my first endeavor at starting a small business wasn't entirely successful, it led up to me being able to purchase this computer, and I really can't wait to see what all I can accomplish with it. Sometimes my imposter syndrome gets the better of me and tells me that I don't deserve things like this, or that I may not be capable of using them to their full potential, but I'm really confident in myself right now, and I'm going to try my best to learn how to use this computer for making content for you guys. And I really hope that you continue to stick around. If you're here, thank you so much for watching this video. And oh, what's this? A secret project I'm working on? Stick around for some new videos and you may just find out what it is. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.